Good morning, everybody. My name is Pranav, a legal intern at Lexis and Company for the month of June. And today, I will be discussing about the recognition of trade unions. The law relating to recognition of trade unions in India was incorporated under Chapter 3A, that is from Sections 28A to 28I, by an amendment of the Indian Trade Unions Act 1926 in the year 1947. Section 28A deals with the definition of the appropriate government, and Section 28B makes provision for the appointment, constitution, powers, and procedure of labor codes. Sections 28C to 28I deals with the law relating to the recognition of trade unions. Section 28C talks about the recognition of trade union by an agreement, which happens in the following cases. Firstly, where an employer agrees to recognize a trade union, a memorandum of agreement by the employer and the offices of the trade union or their authorized representatives may be presented to the registrar, who shall record the memorandum in a register in the prescribed manner. Secondly, such an agreement may be revoked by either party thereto on application made to the registrar in the prescribed manner. And lastly, while such an agreement is in force, the trade union shall, in its relation with the employer with whom the agreement is made, have all the rights of a recognized trade union under this Act and shall, for all other purposes, be deemed to be a recognized trade union. Section 28D talks about the conditions for recognition by order of a labor court. A trade union shall not be entitled to recognition by order of a labor court under Section 28E unless it fulfills the following conditions, namely, that all its ordinary members are workmen employed in the same industry or in industry closely allied to or connected with one another. That is, representative of all the workmen employed by the employer in that industry or those industries. That its rules do not provide for the exclusion from membership of any class of the workmen referred to in Clause B. That its rules provide for a procedure for declaring of a strike. That its rules provide that a meeting of its executive shall be held at least once in every 6 months. That it is a registered trade union and it has complied with all the provisions of the Act, provided that reference in Clause B to the employer shall, as respect recognition by an association of employers, be construed as a reference to all the employers who are members of this association. In All India Port and Dock Workers Federation and others versus Union of India, the petitioner union represented the third largest membership from amongst unions. It was said that the Union of India is not justified in refusing to recognize the petitioner in the matter of negotiating the terms and conditions of service of the port and dock workers. Such refusal is against the law and practice. Now, Section 28 talks about the application to and the grant of recognition by labor codes, which happens in the following circumstances. Firstly, where a registered trade union having applied for recognition to an employer has failed to obtain a recognition within a period of 3 months from the date of making such application, it may apply in writing, setting out such particulars as may be prescribed to the labor code for the recognition by that employer. A single application may be made under subsection 1 for recognition by more than one employer or by an association of employers as well as one or more members thereof. Thirdly, the labor code may call for further information for the purpose of ascertaining whether the trade union is entitled to recognition by the employer under the section or not. Fourthly, the labor code shall, after serving a notice in the prescribed manner on the employer to the employer, shall investigate whether the trade union fulfills the conditions for recognition set out in Section 28D, and in deciding whether the condition set out in Clause B thereof is fulfilled, the labor code shall have regard to, but shall not be bound by the fact whether the proportion with the number of workmen referred to in said clause who are the members of the said trade union. Fifthly, if the labor code is satisfied that the trade union is fit to be recognized by the employer, it shall make an order directing such recognition and may, whether the recognition is to be by an association of employers, shall further direct the same or by a subsequent order. Finally, every order made under subsection 5 shall be forwarded to the appropriate government, which shall notify it in the official gazette, and while a recognition directed by such order is in force, the trade union shall, in its relation with the employer concerned, have all rights of a recognized trade union under this Act, and shall for all other purposes be deemed to be a recognized trade union. Section 28F. Section 28F talks about the rights of a recognized trade union, which are: the executive of a recognized trade union shall be entitled to negotiate with the employers in respect of matters connected with the employment or non-employment or the terms of employment, or even the conditions of labor of all or any of its members. And the employer shall send and receive such replies of letters sent by the executive and grant interviews to that body regarding such matters. Nothing in subsection 1 shall be construed as requiring an employer to send replies to letters on or grant interviews regarding matters on which, as a result of previous discussion with the executive of the trade union, the employer has arrived at a conclusion whether in agreement with the executive or not. Any dispute between the employer and the executive of a recognized trade union as to whether a conclusion has been arrived at or whether there has been a change in circumstances within the meaning of subsection 2 shall be referred to the registrar, whose decision shall be final. The executive of a recognized trade union shall be entitled to display notices of trade union in any premises where its members are employed, and the employer shall afford the executive reasonable facilities for that purpose. Section 28G talks about the withdrawal of recognition. Withdrawal of recognition of trade union happens in the following circumstances. Firstly, where the recognition of a trade union has been directed under Section 28C, the registrar or the employer may apply in writing to the Labour Court for the withdrawal of recognition on any of the following grounds, namely, that the executive or the members of the trade union have committed any unfair practice set out in Section 28J within 3 months prior to the date of the application, that the trade union has failed to submit any return referred to in Section 28I, that the trade union has ceased to be a representative of the workmen referred to in Clause B of Section 28D. Secondly, on receipt of an application under subsection 1, the Labour Court shall, unless it thinks fit to dismiss the application summarily, serve a notice in the prescribed manner on the trade union to show cause why its recognition should not be withdrawn. And finally, if after giving reasonable opportunity to the trade union to show cause the Labour Court is satisfied that the trade union is no longer fit to be recognized, it shall make an order declaring that the recognition of the trade union has been withdrawn. In Tamil Nadu Electricity Board versus Tamil Nadu Electricity Board Union versus Tamil Nadu Electricity Board, it was held that the composition of the union may be changed both in its name and the content because it does not change or enlarge its representative capacity. It was held in Workmen of Company Cooperative Sugar Factory Limited versus Management of Company Cooperative Sugar Factory Limited and others that when there is no provision in the statute regarding the recognition of this right, this right cannot be enforced even by a writ petition. Section 28H talks about the application for fresh recognition. On the expiry of not less than 6 months from the date of withdrawal of the recognition of a trade union under subsection 3 of Section 28G, the trade union, if it continues to be a registered trade union, may again apply for recognition, and the procedure laid down in this Act shall apply in respect of such applications as if it were an original application for recognition. And lastly, Section 28I, which talks about the recognized trade union to submit the prescribed returns. Every trade union under Section 28E shall submit to the registrar at the prescribed time and in the prescribed manner such returns in addition to those referred to in Section 28 as may be prescribed. With this, I come to the end for today's discussion. Thank you all for listening. Thank you.